regulations are changing because the regulators are now more interested in understanding what is the overall exposure of a bank. $1 billion loss, a $2 billion loss leads to a $2 billion fine, leads to a loss of high net worth customers, leads to a loss in banking equity value.
One of the key items is that the regulations are changing to cover more asset classes. What's happening is that the regulators are looking to firms to look across these different asset classes.
Regulations like Dodd-Frank really start to address the overall operational risk of a bank.
In fact, we've heard of specific customers of the major sell-side firms that are specifically asking for certification of the compliance areas so that the client's investment is protected, but also they expect that where they put their money, that the reputation of that firm will remain intact for their own benefits as well.
I think 3 or 4 key challenges stood out from the roundtable. I think the first one was around the need to change the way that they tackle surveillance due to emerging regulations. Another thing that was interesting is that actually having a trade surveillance function was a leading practice for businesses. Identifying issues and challenges in a particular asset class may be relatively straightforward to do. What they were saying was that actually being able to put the big picture together was very important. So I think areas like looking across geographies, central clearing counterparties, as well as looking across their own organization was very important.
Accenture is helping our clients with having a clear understanding of how well they're actually prepared and their capabilities around trade surveillance. Trade surveillance, mainly focused on market abuse, can be split into probably 2 things. One is to make sure you have a full visibility of all your trades and orders to understand how potentially big of a black spot you have. Secondly, it's also about knowing how well your trade surveillance capabilities, your reports, your exception alerts are actually working. So we are helping in both of those aspects to then come up with a very clear understanding of where certain remediations need to take place, how to focus and how to prioritize so money can be spent where it's most effective.